Why, hello there, my dear. How are you? It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm sorry. I've just been busy with school and with work. You know how it is. It's not easy. But how have you been? Tell me. I missed you so much. Have you been eating? Have you been drinking some water? It's okay if you skipped a few meals or maybe didn't get up and drink water when you needed it, but I'm still proud of you for I'm still proud of you for, you know, getting up out of bed every day. You know, I'm still proud of you for just being who you are. Yeah. You know, every time you wake up in the morning, I will forever always be proud of you because sometimes that's more than enough. Sometimes it's a lot to handle. So, it's okay. You know what I mean? I promise it's okay. But you have to promise me one thing. You will be eating more. You will be eating more. That's like a you think you have to promise me. Right now. You have to. This is like a you have to promise. Alright? So if you promise me that, I promise I'll read you a bedtime story and we can cuddle. Pinky promise even. You promise you'll do that? Okay. So come here. Come here, let's cuddle up. Come here. Man, it's it's raining outside. Wow. I really love it when it rains. It reminds me that it may be a cold world out there, but inside here, when I'm with you, it is truly warm and loving and care. And I am so happy that I kind of find comfort when I know that it's raining outside and I'm inside with you. I don't think I would ever find comfort even if it rains and I'm inside if it wasn't for me not being here with you. You know? Come on, let's read you a bedtime story and you could fall asleep in my arms. Alright? Here we go. This is a story called Always Listen by Brenda Wright. I don't know who that is. I'm just reading the title and the author because it's part of the book. uh no clue who that is, but good for them. They wrote a book. All right. Many moons ago, there was a folk tale passed down from generation to generation. The story is about the Choo Choo Man or the Boogeyman. It all began with a young boy named Dakota. Dakota's mother had asked him to gather some firewood for the evening fire. The nights were getting cooler. Instead of doing the chore right away, Dakota figured he had enough sunlight left to do two things. He would gather the firewood after he played with his friends, Morgan and Joe and Bo. Not long after, his mother began to wonder why Dakota never came with any firewood. Night had fallen fast, and it was too hard to see the firewood. Dakota realized that what had happened. He told his friends about the predicament, and they said that they would help their friend. Soon after, the young boys were gathering wood in the dark, and Dakota's mother was worried that something had happened. She went looking for Dakota. Not long after, she heard the boys. She had mixed feelings. She was happy to see Dakota, safe and sound. But she was also mad that he didn't listen to her. She wanted to teach Dakota and his friends a lesson, so guess what she did? She sneaked into a bush very quietly, then she picked up a twig and threw it. The twig hit the ground making noise. It caught the boys' attention. Oh no, she's sneaky. She's sneaky with it. She's sneaky with it for real, for real. She threw another broken twig in the opposite direction. The boys jumped. The mother had a hard time holding back her laughter, and muffled moan sounded through her fingers. Wait. Why is she moaning? Wait, what type of book is this? This is a children's book? Why is she moaning? Uh. And yes, I am reading you a children's book because you're my cute little baby. The boys were definitely scared, but Dakota was the brave one. He ventured forward. The mother moaned again. Hey, yo, wait a minute. She threw another twig. Hey, yo, where is she throwing these twigs? This isn't an hentai, is it? I hope it's not. The boys were transfixed. Once more, the mother moaned, in a low and deep voice. Listen to your mother. Yes, that's the best impression you're gonna get out of me for a low voice. The boys dropped everything and ran. The mother could not hold back her laughter, and the boys, hearing this, scurried home even faster. After the mother had picked up some firewood, she proceeded home, where she found Dakota in tears. Dakota exclaimed, Mother, Mother, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. Mother, I'm sorry. His mother had held him with love, and she knew that he was truly sorry. From then on, when Dakota felt like not listening, the mother would mention the boogeyman will scare you if you misbehave. The end. I'm still confused as to why the mother is moaning, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Oh, you're still awake. Oh, why are you still awake? You want another bedtime story? I'll only read you another one if you give me a kiss on my cheek. I want a kiss on my cheek because it's been a while. Are you gonna give it to me or just no more stories? I'm waiting. Thank you, baby. Let's read a story called The 5 Little Stars, because you are my little star, my love. 5 Little Stars, and this one is by someone, I'm guessing. I assume it is someone. I am sure that someone did in fact write this story, and it is Lorena Ray. Do you know Lorena Ray? Because I don't know Lorena Ray. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's read. Let's read this cute little story for my cute little baby. She closed her eyes and made a wish. She wished she could high-five little stars. She wished they were hers to hold in her hands, to keep close to her heart, and to care for and love forever. I was confused. I went back. I was like, wait a minute. Is there like something before this? There isn't. Don't worry. You don't have to be confused. When she opened her eyes, something caught her eye. There were 5 twinkling stars all in a row. She knew these would be hers when the time was right. They would be there, waiting. Time passed, and when the time was right, her first little star came to her. She knew this star was a boy, so she named him Gabriel. He was so beautiful. She was so happy. This was the most wonderful feeling that she had ever known. This little star was hers to keep. She took him in her hands and took care of him. She loved him with all her heart. Gabriel gave her so much joy in her life. She loved every minute of it. Some time passed, and the second little star came to her. She also knew this star would be a boy. She named him Javier. And as with the first star, she took him in her hands, and she held him close to her heart. She took care of him, and she loved him as much as she did her first star. Javier was such a beautiful star after all. She couldn't believe her eyes. The young woman was so thrilled to have 2 stars to love with all her heart. Each time she thought of them, her eyes filled with tears of joy. Some time after, another little star came to her. This one was also a boy, so she named him James. She took her new little star in her hands. She held him close to her heart. She cared for him and loved him so much as her first little two little stars. She was so gorgeous. She couldn't. He was so gorgeous. I'm starting to like misread now. I'm sorry. He was so gorgeous she couldn't believe this little star was also hers to keep. Now she had three little stars to care for. She loved them all so very much. She watched them grow and she admired them every day. She would take them out and show them the world as she enjoyed and took care of them. The years went by, and by, and by, and by. She was in shock when the last two little stars that she had wished for to come to her came to her. At the same time, she could hardly believe her good fortune. She had always wanted all boys, but when she made her wish so long ago, she had thought that this was too much to ask. The two new tiny stars were named Andrew and Adam. Her other little stars, Gabriel, Javier, and James, were so overwhelmed with joy that they wanted to help all the time. The lady's heart was filled with joy. She took her new little stars in her hands. She held them close to her heart, and she cared for them. These two new stars were so tiny and beautiful. She had so much love in her. She had enough to give all of them the love they needed. They were all part of her life. They were hers to keep and love forever. As her five little stars grew, she would always tell them that she loved them all the same. She would always would, and that she always would. She promised that she would be there for them whenever they would need her, just as they were there for her when she needed them. Her wish had come true. Having five little stars was a joy. Now she knows deep down inside that when the time is right, she would have to let go. But even at that time, she will always hold them close to her heart, and she'll be there when they need a hug. You know, reading the story, it's not done. There's like this little poem at the end, so I'll read that and then I'll tell you something. Five little stars that fell from the sky, grow with all your might. Let your bright lights shine. Mom loves you all so very, very much. You know, reading this story, it reminds me, in a sense, in that story, you are my five little stars. Because it may seem stupid or silly right now, but I would forever love you, no matter what. And as much as I will never, ever, 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 ever want to let you go, I know that we'll always be together in our hearts, and I will always love you for that. You know what I mean? It's like you're all the five little stars, but like into one beautiful person who I love with all my heart. Oh, you fell asleep. Look at you, so cute. I love you so much. Good night, my love. Sleep well.